How do you find your ideal clients? Like, how do you even do that? How do you establish a customer profile, an ideal client, an avatar, or as we call it here at Growth Architect, the airtight avatar? My name is Beate Chelette. I am the Growth Architect. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to figure out what you need to do to establish who your airtight avatar really is. So the demands have really changed in the market right now. And when you do a customer profile or you create your airtight avatar, you want to figure out what it is that you need to offer to the person who can afford you that is helping them to fulfill an emotional desire or a need that they themselves can recognize at this moment in time. That's as simple as it is. Where a lot of people go wrong is that they create a product and then they wonder why nobody is buying it. It's also been called by one of my podcast guests on the Business Growth Architect show a phantom avatar, which I just absolutely love. So make sure that you're very clear that you know who your avatar is. So there's 5 sections in an avatar that we teach. And if you're interested in that, go to airtightavatar.com and I'll take you through this step by step, but I'm going to tell you what they are. So number 1 is profiling your ideal client. That is identifying the ideal client's demographic, like age, gender, personality traits, and understanding the basis of what this person is all about. Section number 2, understanding emotional and personal needs. I always give the example that you have to address somebody who is a mother of 2 and stressed out of her mind, that's been vomited on in the morning and shows up at a business meeting with a huge vomit stain all over her brand new suit that she just picked up from the dry cleaners, is very different than a 25-year-old who just graduated from college and is all pumped up and really doesn't have a worry in the world. So your avatar has to address these emotional and personal needs in that language. And that's where the next issue comes in. If you think that you only have one avatar, you are probably wrong. Typically, people have 2 to 3 different avatars that they're selling to. If it's more, it's going to be very complicated. But each of these avatars needs their own language. Next section is section number 3. Let's decode your client's aspirations and worries. What does this mean? It means that everybody has different worries and thoughts and feelings and that influence their decisions. I mean, if you just look at the political climate, if somebody's on this side, what they're worried about, if somebody's on that side, what they're worried about is a polar opposite on what they believe in, even though the facts all remain the same. It either is or it isn't. It's like this in life. It's like people believe what they believe in and they look for evidence to confirm that which they already believe in, which is insane. Because wouldn't you think that you try to disprove something that you believe in? Because how do you know that you're always right? I always say you can't believe everything you think, but that's a whole different story. Now, the next section is unraveling your client's habits. So people have habits. What do? Do they stay out late? Do they come to work early? What are some of these habits? Because that determines what you offer, how you offer, and when you offer, and when you need to call, and when you need to connect with your clients. Section number 5, that's when you now go ahead and you have to humanize your clients as an avatar and say, here's the name, this is Susan, this is John, and big companies do that. They actually have a persona. That's what it's called. They have a persona that they give a particular name, and they are making sure that this is really clearly identified. We have our avatars. We have 2 different avatars, and we have gone, I want to say, probably like 2-3 pages per avatar. That's how clear we are on who we are selling to, so that when we are writing copy or when I'm recording videos, that I'm very clear of who I'm speaking to. Now, you probably already know your stuff. You're a good business owner. You are an expert. You're in professional services. You know what you're doing. But the problem is, because you're probably so overwhelmed and so busy with getting it all done because you're chronically understaffed, you may not have had the time to go back and done this avatar. You're probably making quite a few different assumptions. That's why I think it is so important right now, with all the changes we've seen in the market, and people's value systems have changed. No doubt about it. If you have not gone in the last 6 months and looked at your avatar and updated that, you really need to be doing this right now. And again, we have the airtight avatar. Go to airtightavatar.com. If that's something that's interesting to you or resonates, we'll be happy to have you and take it to the next level. But you have all the information, so you can go ahead and do this yourself. That's it. Please do share this video with one other person that needs to hear this today, or where you where you've gone, gee, that's completely missing the mark here. And subscribe to our channel, or a comment is, of course, super appreciated. Help me help more people. Thank you so much. You're fabulous. See you next time. This is Beate Chelette, and goodbye. Thank you for listening to or watching the show. We are so excited that you're here, and we are very grateful for you. Now it's our turn to ask you for help. Please do share this episode with one other person that needs to hear what we were talking about today. If there's any question you have about business, please do reach out to us and let us know. And don't forget to schedule your complimentary Uncovery session at uncoverysession.com, where one of our business growth advisors will help you to figure out what your number one business growth blocker is in only 15 minutes. And that's it for us today. Until next time.